I'm not the kind of person who gets offended, at least not in the sense that most people take offense to things. Usually when people say, "That's offensive," they're talking about something like violent video games or expressions of affection on television, or they're angry that someone said fuck or cunt. Won't somebody think of the children? It's just so utterly banal. I can't imagine wasting my time being distressed about something like that. But there are still some things that really do bother me. For example, sometimes people leave comments saying that they disagree with me and I should take my videos down. And that's the entire argument. I don't agree with you, therefore you should take your videos down. Seriously, what the fuck are you thinking? People post comments that I disagree with, sometimes strongly. It happens all the time. But I don't tell them to remove their comments just because I don't agree with them. Nobody needs to shield themselves from anything that challenges their views. That's not healthy. But really, if I thought I was wrong, I wouldn't post these videos in the first place. I'm not doing this just to fuck with you. And if you think I'm wrong, and I certainly could be, you should be happy about that, because these videos will stand for all the world to see as a monument to just how wrong I am. What's the problem with that? Maybe instead of telling me what to do, you could tell me why I'm wrong, so I can be less wrong. Everyone wins. And another thing I can't stand is when people decide to be dismissive for totally trivial reasons. Like this person, who seems to think there is an inverse correlation between school prayer and school shootings. And then they felt it was necessary to throw something in about my whole crazy sense of style. Really, what is the point of that? If you look different, nobody should listen to you? Are you honestly going to make that argument? Because that says a lot more about you than me. Even if you think you have a valid point, why would you cheapen it by bringing up something so petty and irrelevant? If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter what's on my face. I'd still be wrong. Are you really that contemptuous towards anyone who dares to wear makeup in your presence? You know why they make this stuff, right? Because people use it. It's not like I invented this color specifically to piss you off. I'm not some kind of lipstick revolutionary. Now, if what you really want to tell me is that I'm ugly, why not just come right out and say it? You wouldn't be the first. People call me ugly all the time, and that's fine. But if you think I'm ugly and therefore I'm wrong, that's not gonna work out. And one more thing I'm getting pretty tired of is people who completely fail to realize that just as they have self-interest, which they feel is deserving of consideration, others have self-interest as well, which also deserves consideration. In other words, they believe that only their interests should be taken into account, while the interests of others should be ignored. I realized what a lousy excuse for ethics this is after talking to someone who said gay marriage shouldn't be allowed because they think gay sex is gross. I thought it would be helpful to point out that some people might feel the same way about straight sex, so why should that be the basis for anything? And they essentially told me, why should I care what anyone else thinks? And I was so shocked that someone could expect me to value their opinion while telling me that my opinion has no value at all. I could not even articulate what I was thinking at that moment, but it was something resembling, "What the fuck makes you so special?" That was when I truly understood how pointless it is to engage these people in any kind of discussion, least of all by appealing to their sense of empathy. They have no empathy to appeal to. But I still can't comprehend why, or even how, someone could be willfully ignorant of everyone's interests, making an exception only for themselves. How could anyone choose such a catastrophic ethical failure? I don't think there's anything so plainly hypocritical, philosophically disgusting, and fundamentally offensive. And those are the few things I consider ignorant and arrogant enough to be worthy of offense.